Today, the topic of our class is hierarchy of control. So, what is hierarchy of control? Hierarchy of controls are the control measures are the actions in a sequence with the most effective one, the elimination, and the most least effective one is the PPs. Okay, these are control measures, and these are actions which has to be implemented from the elimination to the PPs. But elimination is the most effective one, and PPs are the low effective. The least effective one is called PPs, personal protective equipment. Okay, so what is the first method to remove a hazard? The first method to remove a hazard is elimination, which is the most effective method to remove a hazard. What is elimination? To remove the hazard completely is called elimination. For example, interviewer will ask you, what is the example? So the example is, uh, if you are doing a task on work at height, instead you do the task on the ground level. It is called elimination. The hazard of the work at height has been completely removed on the ground level. So it is called elimination. Okay. Now, what is the second one? The second one is substitution. What is substitution? Substitution is to replace the hazard with something safer. Replacing hazard with something safer is called substitution. For example, replacing a noisy equipment or machinery with a low noise machinery is called substitution. Or replacing a water-based, a solvent-based paint with a water-based paint is called substitution. Because the solvent-based paint is hazard and is very high hazard, and the water-based paint is of low hazard. Okay. Now, what is the third one? The third one is called engineering control. Engineering control, isolating people or workers from the hazard, is called engineering control. Isolating workers or people from the hazard is called engineering control. So, what are the examples of the engineering control? What are the examples of engineering controls? Providing safeguards to the machinery or equipment is called engineering control. Providing safeguards to the moving parts of the machinery is called engineering control. This is the example. Okay. What is the fourth one? Administrative control. Administrative controls are the way people work, the way worker work. This is called administrative control. For example are providing safe system of work, providing the workers with risk assessment, with permit to work, with JSA, with emergency procedure, with method statement is called administrative control. These are called administrative controls. Also, in administrative control, you have to provide TBT, training, toolbox talk to the workers. These are called administrative control. And these are the controls. These are the ways people work. These are the ways people work. Okay. Now, the last and the most least effective control is called PPEs. What is PPEs? Personal protective equipment. So, it is a barrier between the workers and the hazard. But these are the least effective control measures in the hierarchy of controls. So, what are the PPEs, the personal protective equipments? Safety shoes, safety helmets, masks, gloves, safety vest, high visibility vest, goggles. These are all called PPEs. So this was today's class, and that's so easy. The elimination, the substitution, the engineering control, the administrative control, and the personal protective equipment. So you must remember, because this is the most important class, because when there is a hazard, So the hazard has to be removed. And how we will remove or reduce the hazard? It is the sequence in which we will remove or reduce the hazard. And the sequence is called hierarchy of controls. And in the hierarchy of controls, the most effective and the most powerful method is elimination. The second one is substitution. The third one is engineering control. The fourth one is administrative control. The fifth one is PPs, which is the most least effective control measure. And we will start from the most effective one to the most least effective one. We will implement all their control measures to a specific hazard. And that's today class. Okay, thanks a lot.